What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel where you subscribe for daily updates on Bitcoin. Happy Friday. The weekend is here. We all know weekends can be crazy. We're going to take a look at the charts. There is something huge that I've been watching for months that we're going to take a look at. Definitely stick around for the whole video. And don't forget, we have a free Discord group in the description below. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. It's an awesome community. And let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice. This is not trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Always do your own due diligence and your own research, as investing in this market can be extremely volatile and risky. Also, don't forget, we're doing a free Ledger Nano-esque giveaway on Sunday. All you have to do is make sure you're subscribed to the channel, hit that thumbs up, and leave your comments below to get you entered to win. We will be picking the winner on Sunday. All right, so looking at the Fear and Greed Index, we are at 74. Currently 1 point up from yesterday. We are in the greed zone. That is pretty high in the greed zone. Taking a look at the macro, still, guys, nothing but lower highs in the macro as of now. Our last high, the area to beat, is 13,938 on the Coinbase chart here. What I do want to point out is higher highs in the price here, lower highs in the RSI. That is bearish divergence on the monthly. I know a lot of people just think we're totally 100% in a bull run. I mean, overall, I guess you could consider it a bull run in the big macro, but there's still a possibility, guys, that we get a major correction here, and we're going to take a look at what I'm seeing in the charts. You make up your own mind. I'm just going to show you what I'm seeing. As you guys know, we've been watching in the weekly. This is the bullish case, looking at this as a symmetrical triangle with the breakout back down here at $27,000 to $28,000 range. And then we have the falling broadening wedge here, which we broke out over here, and that measured move is around 16,000. Now, as you can see, the price action's rising while the volume is declining majorly on the weekend, or on the weekly. What I want to look at is the weekly RSI. We have been watching this forever on the channel. I did think it was possible we would come down here first before retesting this. It does look like we're going to retest this possibly this weekend. Let's see where the weekly closes. But remember, even if the weekly closes and we don't get above this, and then next week we do get above it a little bit, the RSI follows the body of the candle. So we could get another rise up. But unless we close a weekly above this, then I still believe that we have a good possibility of coming down and retest all the way down here. So definitely keep that in mind. That's why I'm not fully bullish. I don't think we're going to new all-time highs yet until after a major correction. I'm still looking for this area. If you guys are interested in trading, I'm going to leave a Prime XBT tutorial up top. Definitely check it out. Also, you can use my promo code SAVY50 to get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus, up to 1 Bitcoin to use towards your margin. SAVY25 will get you 25% off of your trading fees. Be very careful if you are trading. Trading is risky, but you can make money going up or down in the market. Don't over leverage, and don't put in more money than you're willing to lose. And make sure you use stop losses. But anyways, that's what I'm looking at here. Also, on Prime, you can trade all kinds of Forex, gold, silver, oil, everything on one exchange. So if you're interested in getting into all points of the markets there's a few things I want to discuss also. With all the big money coming in and all the bullish news with Bitcoin, that makes me leery while we're rising here, only because if we look at what's going on, let's go back to that weekly here. We are near election time. I do think that's going to have a major effect on all markets, everything. There is a lot of things that they're not taking in consideration, as in all the people that are, doing horrible in these times. All the businesses shutting down, everything else. Eventually, I believe we're gonna feel that in the market, and Bitcoin's gonna feel it too. Just be aware of that, and no matter what happens at this election, it's going to be chaotic for a while. So keep that in mind. It all matches up with negative things I'm seeing in the charts. Again, all this can be erased, and I could be dead wrong if we do close that weekly RSI outside of that triangle. But let's take a look at what we got going on here. We've been looking at this in the white trend lines here, the rising broadening wedge with where we dropped out of it right here, the measured move of around 4,000. We did come back up to retest this area, and if we zoom in on the daily, we still have not opened and closed a candle above this. If we do open and close a daily candle above this, then I could, start steering towards maybe we are going to move towards all-time highs before a major correction, but I don't think that is the case, guys. We are getting rejected as of right now here around that $13,000 level. But remember, in the weekly RSI, we do have room to move up a little bit more. So we could get one more leg up to trap a bunch of bulls and come back down. So keep that in mind. And looking at this on the pink trend lines here, coming back up to retest this area would be actually around, depending on where it would hit, if it hits this weekend, around 14,100-ish area. A break above that and getting support on top of this pink trend line, then that's going to be bullish. But like I said, this weekend, anything can happen in the weekends. Obviously, we could have a huge pump up and come back down Monday. But just keep in mind, I'm looking at that 14.1 area. And if we take a measured move, if we do come back down to this area back in here, and this could be within the next week or so, if we do retest this trend line, which would also line up with the 200 EMA, it's going to be around 10,400. If we take a measured move of a breakdown from there, gets us around the $70 or $6,500 range, which is a definite possibility. We also have a trend line coming off of here that we could pop down. But again, anything above this and getting support above this, if we break up and break back down, just get a wick, I wouldn't consider that bullish. But a break up here, close, and testing for support and getting support on it, then we could be looking at this huge move that everybody is screaming about. But other than that, guys, I'm still looking for us to come down to one more low down here. Check out my wife's webpage if you're interested in helping support the channel, along with the other links down below. Prime XBT was cool enough to actually get a hold of me and start sponsoring my videos. As you guys know, it is my preferred exchange. But anyways, check out my wife's webpage, anchorimage.com. She got a lot of cool crypto stuff on here. She can put any project you want, any saying, family pictures, whatever, anything you want on any of this stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. Check it out. Hit her up in the contact if you have any questions. Now, let's take a look at a few more things. Well, one thing I didn't look at on the daily here is if we look at our RSI, we're getting lower lows in the RSI, or lower highs and then higher highs in the price action. That's bearish divergence, guys. A lot of things pointing bearish here, but like I said, the weekend's coming. I wouldn't necessarily recommend a trade in this area, but next week's going to be pretty damn interesting. Let's look at the 4 hour. Same thing. If we look at the highs here, higher highs in the RSI, or actually lower highs in the RSI if we go off of this last peak here, and higher highs in the price action. Again, bearish divergence. Now, if we've topped out here, these would be our retracement levels. 11,027 would be the 0.236. If we were to break through that, 9,663, which would close that CME gap at 9,700, would be our next support at the 0.382 fib. And then we have the 0.5 fib at $8,500 range. And of course, the golden pocket zone between 71 and 74.50, right in that range. That would be the golden pocket area. If we did get down there, I would expect a bounce. And if it came back down and broke that, then we have our measured move of 6,000 breaking down from this rising wedge here. We also have the 0.786 fib at 58.50. And then, of course, we have our CME gap that you can see on the 8 hour all the way down to the 35.70 range. Again, guys, not saying it has to go down here, but if you're not taking these into consideration, then you're running on pure hopium, in my opinion. As you guys know, I have sold all my Bitcoin. I mean, I do hold some Bitcoin for trading or whatnot, but I've sold my HODL position, and I am looking to currently buy back lower. If we do come up here and break out, and it does go bullish, and we do start heading towards new all-time highs, it's not going to affect me, because if we're going as high as people say, what is the difference if I buy back in up here and get a 10x, 20x after that? Not a big difference. If I can buy back down here and run up with it, that is, I would rather take that chance, honestly. But anyways, that's where I'm at with that. Let's look at the 1 hour. So in the 1 hour, same thing. If we were to come up and hit this trend line, it's going to be around 14,100. That is the highest I see us going, in my opinion. And that would be able to stop out anybody that longed at the, or shorted at the last high, which was around 13,900, 13,860, right in that range. You know, could wick up above that and come back down, fake everyone out. So be aware of that if we do get a push up this weekend. 12,400 to 12,500 range here would be coming back to retest this trend line, which I see pretty likely at some point here, depending on where it was to hit. And then we have this trend line here that we broke up out of. If we take a measured move of that breakout, looking at this as a rising channel, we have hit the target up here. So also be aware of that. And if we did come back down and retest this, you know, by the beginning of next week, well, actually this weekend sometime will be around 12,050. And if we broke below that, we have a trend line at 11,100, which is also old support, new resistance. So that would be an area to watch, and a break of that could get us down to our targets here to close the CME gap between 95 and 9,700. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing, guys. Be cautious. Crazy weekend. Definitely keep in mind that weekly RSI. Put it on your charts if you haven't already. And hope you have a great weekend. I will see you tomorrow. Take it easy. Have a great day. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel by clicking the CryptoSavvy logo above my head. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash that like button. Leave a comment below for your chance to win the Ledger Nano S. And share the video if you get good vibes out of it. Take it easy, guys. I'm out.